meeting to order. I'm going to call this meeting to order of the Environmental Commission, July 10th, 2025. Roll call. Member Brannon. Member Colton. Member Gaudette.
Here.
Member Janetti. Member Lutz.
Here.
Member Mammy. Alternate Baxi.
Here.
Alternate Defilia.
Here.
Oh, okay.
And I spoke to Jeff Weinstein. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it this evening. Statement of compliance with Open Public Meetings Law. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law for this meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster, posted in Town Hall, and filed in the office of the Township Clerk on June 23rd, 2025. The meeting will be recorded and available on Ocean Township's YouTube channel. Hey, Jack.
Oh, Red's so lonely on that side.
Aw. So let's see. You have the minutes. I reviewed the minutes earlier today. Did everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
Minutes for approval. Do I have a motion, or are we still reviewing?
I'll move it.
For the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Julia, I'm abstaining. I did not have a chance to read them today.
Cecilia abstains.
Yep.
Okay, well, presentations not at this time, and I guess, Ed, while we have you, can I mention the plant-based theory to them?
Sure, we have not had a chance to schedule yet, but yeah, go ahead.
There's a woman who is behind a campaign, Plant-Based Theory, and their call to action is towards plant-based food systems. And she does presentations and I guess speaks to groups like us and various municipalities. And I don't know if you want to hear her out for maybe like half of a meeting one time, have a presentation done by her.
What is her? What's her?
What
Yeah,
should
what's
say?
her goal?
I guess providing their mission on plant-based food systems and how it's a companion to the Paris Food Treaty, how they want to get it solidified plant-based way of eating. Am I doing good with this?
You think she should present to the school?
You know, as much as honestly, they approached us. I am not super familiar with them. So what you just described is about the extent of my knowledge. So having them come in and share just a little bit more so that we can learn as an educational opportunity would be something I think would be interesting to all of us.
Hey, what he said.
Yeah, we can just, talk about it and say.
Is she like a nutritionist? Does she have a store?
You can easily look it up. I'll
Yeah,
send you some
sure.
information. Do you see
Okay.
it? When
Not
I
yet.
typed it into, yeah.
Guess we should invite her. Should not invite her to our barbecue.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, see what it's all about. I would like to get some presentations on the board.
One barbecue.
Donna, thank you so much for, forwarding me over our work plan discussions, just to spark some more, goals since the recycling contest is over with, some more things that we'll focus on. So, presentations is definitely one of them. So thank you, Ed, for just that connection. I guess we'll discuss further on bringing her in and selecting a date in a future meeting. All right. Items for discussion, old business. The EC website, I do have an update on that. We spoke to Tracy and she gracefully posted the children's YouTube links that won the recycling contest. So we have some content, which is awesome. So that's a good update.
And I put them on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh,
So
great.
there's links to them. Nobody
Good.
sees it, but at least they're there.
Yeah,
Which
just to
Facebook?
give them the attention we told them we'd give them.
The Green Team one, there is no Environmental Commission Facebook page. So that's something we
Is
should
it on
probably.
Ocean Cares?
I don't know if the town did that. I
didn't do
the
that.
Green
I don't
Team.
think so. Yeah. I don't post a lot, so I would even feel more funny posting,
I can check though and see.
Yeah.
Or if not, I can.
I guess we can almost put it under the cover of the green team, like share it onto Ocean Cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to remind kids it's summer, but you know, good idea.
Make sure you turn commenting off.
And I think,
Okay.
yeah. And I think that was basically it with the EC website and all the content we currently have on there. I was talking about like other stuff, but Tracy did mention like we are at max capacity, and even if there's stuff that we'd like to remove, like information, we can. But I think everything looks good.
Max
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
We have like a lot of lines. I guess we don't really want to like scroll. You want it just to be like what's on the screen.
Is that for like a mobile read? Like
I wasn't sure.
If that's the case, then we should have we could have
Links,
sub-pages within our section of the website.
Okay. I could elaborate with her on what she meant, like, because I was, you know, thinking even like clip art of stuff, so I didn't know the extent.
like storage or something.
Yeah. All right. Next, stormwater ordinance is still on here. Do we have anything to update on that, or no? No. Is Mary with us?
No, only one is Ed.
Okay, Brookside project. We're flying through this. Community energy plan and the recycling contest. I guess we can close that out. The
No, we can't. We still haven't gotten the money. We can't close it out because we haven't done anything yet. That's a DEP grant issue that is pervasive. We're just in a holding pattern.
yeah.
You mean for the energy plan?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I moved on so quickly to the recycling contest.
Oh yeah, we can close that out.
And we presented the awards at, what was it, the June 6th meeting with the council, which was obviously post our last meeting. And that was great. We had Miss Playa bring in one of the students from Wayside School. All right. And did you want to add to any of those last 5 items? Sorry.
Not really, other than all of the students who participated got their certificates. The winners got certificates from the council members. All of the participants got certificates from the Environmental Commission. And we printed them on nice stock from Staples. We did it right. And the winners also got a big shout out at the intermediate school 8th grade graduation.
That's awesome. All right. New business, plan review. Norm just gave me a quick update because he's not here on the one plan he had. It was on the corner of Route 35 and Deal Road, the Wells Fargo Bank. They're looking to demolish, take that building down, erect a smaller building, but make it a dual smaller bank and have Starbucks.
Another Starbucks, or the Starbucks is gonna move?
I
We
guess.
put that
And
one on
then are they
every
gonna put
corner.
like trees around that?
Starbucks.
Oh, okay. The Starbucks that's on 35 on that island is moving to that location.
So maybe that we can get them to put some trees around
Mhm.
and make it
Yeah.
look nice.
So
out.
Norm, they did say that they were,
Trying to think.
though, although they were taking the building down, were making their impervious coverage less. So I did say, oh, are they going to be putting in like green islands perhaps? And Norm said there was a lot of nice trees on the plan. So
Okay.
I recall the Wells Fargo's bank is a replacement for another bank that was torn down.
oh, really?
It's the First National
Yeah,
State Bank or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Got
What's
30
with
years
having to
ago.
redesign banks? Like it has to come down. We can't renovate it. Well,
Maybe
I
it's
get,
the vault.
I get today because
I guess they have a lot of money.
Security guard app.
And the Starbucks is coming out of what used to be Denny's way back.
Yes,
Yes.
Really?
which used to be a Burger King or Burger Chef before.
I think yeah. Remember the days we used to go out on site tours and
Mm-hmm.
we'd notice Denny's because we'd have to go in for breakfast and then go do a site tour.
all right, on to planning zoning board update. Ed, do you want to give us an update on the planning board meeting we had?
Sure, just briefly, we were given a task by the council to review an area in need of redevelopment study for Orchard Plaza. And after 2 excruciatingly long meetings, we found that it was in fact an area in need of redevelopment. And so the council is now going to be looking at that. They had passed the resolution that it could be an area in need of redevelopment with condemnation. They have not decided if they're going to condemn the property or not, as there appears to now be a buyer for it. But that it's out of the planning board's hands, and it's back to the council for them to decide how they wish to proceed. But it was designated an area in need of redevelopment. So something is happening with Orchard Plaza, either redevelopment or a sale, but something is going to be changing there in the nearest future.
Thank you, Ed. You did that way better than I could have.
Well, the last,
Giving
one of the
the
last
synopsis
holdouts,
on the meeting.
the Indian restaurant finally.
No.
moved out.
It's gone.
They moved to Town Shop.
Yeah.
There is
They
still a
moved where Star Burger was.
that's there now. It's called something learning.
There's a dance academy, is it child?
There's a
daycare
child care
center?
currently in business right now. Okay, and zoning board update. Again, we mentioned last meeting. They're all online. No one here, I guess, from the zoning board has an update with that. So, green team report, sustainable Jersey update. I have a question with this, Jack, not to put you on the spot. So will our involvement at the fall festival, which I assume is that solid?
Yeah, I mean, we met with Jen, but yeah, Jen, you wanna?
Will we have the credibility with Sustainable Jersey for holding that, or?
So that's what I've been trying to get answered, and I haven't heard back from them.
Okay.
And I pinged them again, or I tried calling them again, but I think I'm gonna send an email also.
Okay, just see.
Just to, but from what I understand, the Green Fest is really only required the year we apply for recertification, or the year before, which is it's every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
So we just got recertified like last year,
Okay.
so we're good. Like even
Will it get us anything more for what we're going to be doing this fall, though?
no, I mean
You don't really get 10 points or anything.
yeah, but that's only when we recertify.
But still nice to have and keep the
Yeah.
vendors
Yes, right.
involved
Yeah.
and keep them, you
So I
know,
think either way we should have it with Fall Fest,
Yeah.
since we don't get credit. for
Yeah.
it.
I agree. So I met with Jen in Recreation, and so she was showing us, this is their flyer for Fall Fest. She's gonna add a circle right here that says Green Fest, so it'll look like it's a combination. We'll have a registration form just like everybody else. It's free. And she'll basically do pretty much everything. So I'm just gonna email out all the nonprofits and tell them that we're gonna group it in with that. She gave us a map, and they're gonna have a section for us. We're gonna be, I forget if it was over here or over here, I don't know. She's gonna section off a little part, so it'll look like a separate area, and they'll have a sign, something Green Fest. So, yeah, it seems like the best way to go for this year.
Yeah.
And then figure out for next year.
Okay.
Also,
And you-
you get to keep in touch with all the vendors.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of them.
That's probably the most important part.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking for places to table and all, because most of the Green Fests are in the spring. So now this is an opportunity in the fall that might not coincide with other things that they're doing. I mean, there's a lot of fall festivals, but you know, maybe they want to go with one that's more green related. So, yeah. So Jen's, you know, she's been great.
Yeah, and if we can get recognition with, Sustainable Jersey, what do we need to do? Like, just let them know that we are having Green Fest 2025 and it's in October?
Yeah.
Just to get credit, just to get,
I mean, we are not required to notify them of anything until we recertify.
Okay, and we say we did it like every year, because it will just count as that we
They
did it.
they just want to see the previous year when we recertify.
Okay, yeah. But it sounds like for the vendor's sake and having them come back every year, it has to be, continued.
Yeah, so like, it's just a momentum thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I think in the fall, we should probably have our date already set for the spring. So when the vendors are there, we can book them for the spring.
Yeah,
And keep
good
them
idea.
going.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was great. And does she need to know by a certain date? Like, when will you see the Green Fest added to that?
So Jen's
flyer?
waiting on us to
Yeah.
get the go-ahead,
So
and
can we?
we should just tell her then, right? Just
Yeah.
do it, just add it.
Do it.
She's on vacation, until, all of next week, so I'll touch base with her that following Monday.
Okay, great.
And I'll just let her know, just add it,
She'll
let's
add
just
that.
get it done.
Yeah, because that's gonna
And-
start being, advertised for soon.
Yeah, I think she's gonna start sending applications out within the next month or so. So they wanna get this done, so it's ready, and, yeah.
Cool.
So,
All right.
So they're gonna send the applications to the prior Green Fest vendors?
well, we kinda decided, I said, well, I have the list, I could just do it, I'll just copy paste,
Yeah.
send it. There's only about 40 of them, where Jen's probably got, I don't even know, a couple hundred vendors.
Okay.
So I was trying to kind of alleviate adding to her plate at this point, so easy enough, it's in a spreadsheet, I can just
Yeah.
copy,
And it
boom.
might be better coming from us anyway, than we
Yeah.
have direct contact.
Yeah, and it'll say green team on
Yes.
the email instead, yeah. A lot of them are duplicates of vendors that she's dealt with before that have come to Fall Fest, but there'll be, I'm sure, a bunch that they haven't had, so.
All right, that was a great update. Anyone have any more questions? Lollipop Pond Committee report, Ed. We will leave you alone, because I don't think there is an update on this.
Yeah, there's a half an update that they're still moving forward with the LOI and the permits for dredging, and that we should hear something in the next month or two. It was kind of vague, the update that I got from, it was, case of telephone. So take that for what it's worth. Apparently things are moving forward, but glacially.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Interesting enough, in front of Lollipop Pond today, Donna, did you see this? There was a sewer line made
water
broken.
line.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, I jogged by that this morning. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, because like I mentioned before, our work plan discussion, I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep us like doing things that are obviously good for our town and, keeping the momentum going. I would like to start getting our work plan order in motion to put a rain garden demonstration at Joe Playa Park. So I don't know if we just, obviously we have the steps to the rain garden and Mary's well versed in installing them. But I think that would be a fun project to do. Hi, how are you? We were just discussing, we blew through our agenda and we're just at the end, some remarks, and I'd like to propose to install a rain garden at Joe Playa Park as a demonstration for residents to use to help control floodwater on their properties. And obviously it could be a learning experience with little plaques with how, the recharge of the water purifies it. So I think, that's something hopefully we can start moving on.
It may make a good Eagle Scout project.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
If we contact
we
some
could
of
in
the scout
partnership
troops.
with,
Can we also do some rain barrels at the park too? Maybe at the band shell, have some demonstration there for.
That would be good for
Yes.
just even the rain garden itself.
Yes.
That, if it got really dry, they could just use that water and
yeah,
put it in there.
that's great.
That's terrific, yeah.
I guess you do test
They
the
even put a door
soil
on that thing.
to have to see like the
Yeah,
depth
it's
and width
not
of a
really
rain
bad.
garden. So I don't know how in depth we have to do it. We will obviously talk to Mary, but that's a great idea. Play off of that, because I can't really picture in my mind where it would go.
Yeah, where would it go?
You know,
Something
so
that slopes. It's gotta be
It's
some
gotta
yeah,
area
change
that-
of grade.
Right, and especially asphalt, so parking lots sloping and running into a drain. Try to collect it before it goes into the drain, so we can go and just look.
Yeah, we have to just walk the property.
Yeah.
So if we want to get a site visit on the calendar, I'm happy to go whenever anyone's available and scope it out.
I'm available all the time. I just quit my job.
Oh, well, congrats. That's
Sort of,
that's
yeah.
a great move.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'll link up with you. I would like to just
Send out a notice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
let's see what we can do.
yeah. Okay, great.
It's a great idea.
Anyone else with remarks? I guess I'll go back to my
Circling back slightly to Orchard Plaza, what do we know about the electronic billboards, since one of them was gonna go right there? On the north side of the property line
Yeah.
for the auto body.
I'm not in zoning, so
yeah. I don't know where that
I
was.
think it's still in litigation.
Yeah.
Could be.
I thought you were gonna ask about the Orchard Plaza thing.
Yeah, and that property owner started, he's parking on the space where the electronic billboard's gonna go. I guess he's prepping the grass, to fill it.
I didn't know if you guys wanted to show them that.
Oh, I was gonna, you're asking for comments?
I wanted that to be part of something.
Oh, Norm isn't here, but I was gonna bug him because he said at the last meeting about updating the tree list of recommended trees. So I'd like
Okay.
to see that on the agenda so we can bug him for next
And get it
time.
done.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure when you check in, Donna, I'll be sure to add that.
It
tree
shouldn't be
list.
hard to update that list.
I don't think so. Also, while we're on the subject of trees and ordinances, where did we leave off with the council? Did Jesse write a resolution for them to vote on to up the price?
No, I haven't had time to
Okay.
make a revision yet.
Okay. But we will.
Yes.
Okay.
They were receptive to doing that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So that was no problem. And we were going, what else? We were going to update something else. It was kind of like two birds with one stone because regarding size of your property and the tree
Yes.
law.
Yep.
We were going to have them look into. But all right.
All right, so Patty, Cronin is part of, I don't know, you all probably know her, but she's part of the Shade Tree Commission, and she's heading up a committee to help figure out a planting committee of where trees need to be planted. And among one of the things is we were trying to get a grant to do a full tree canopy of the town, but we also did a survey that was distributed by the school system and also like throughout the town to get resident input on, where to plant trees. And then there's some other organizations that also gave some input about where they think trees should be around town. So this is like a multi-layer map. This top layer shows where people from town recommended where trees should go and some other organizations. But this also shows kind of where the water, like the main water is. I did have to add this, and I just couldn't tell where the flood areas, the major flooding areas are in town. But you can also see on this, on this layer of the map, the green areas are the tree canopy, what's left of it. The green areas are where there's grass, like golf courses and the grounds of schools. And then the purple areas are like where the affordable housing and like the apartments are in town. And then in the stickers, I put in like where there's some like major like either shopping centers or buildings, so like the schools, the Greek church, BJ's, car dealers, and whatnot, where there's like absolutely no trees at all. Like where the Cole Shopping Center, which actually like butts right into like the Middlebrook Plaza and Target and whatnot. Wanamasa School. So you can kind of see that there's trees here. There's like some scatterings of trees like in the Wanamasa area. There's a lot of more cover at Wayside, although that's dwindling. And then, there's some in Oakhurst, but, there's not a ton over here. So individual houses have it, but it's really not as lush.
There's no cover. We have no
there's
shade
no cover. Yeah,
They
exactly.
probably have like low plans.
Yeah. So this is just to give everyone an idea, and then also this is just the actual map, but it's from 2012, which I'm thinking is actually even before that, because they must have had to submit it before they finalize it, because some of these developments I had to draw in, and there's probably more, but like the Bentley Drive neighborhood right behind my house, or the Enclave, which is right on West Park Ave on the way to school, that was like that Apple Farm, those both went up like in 2009 or 10 or something like that. So this is not so updated because there's some streets actually that aren't in here either. But this just gives us an idea and like a working, living map that we can add to and put suggestions. We talked about 2 suggestions today at the Shade Tree Commission. I put some dots there, and as we get. We're doing this, we're trying to come up with like some tangible places to use money from the Shade Tree Fund so that a plan can be executed, like we can actually get some trees in the ground and kind of get moving with the plan. And this would be used with the tree canopy, once that funding comes through, we actually get a report to see like where exactly we should be putting these trees. So this is kind of a work in progress and a visual, so we can kind of see it and then add to it as we want.
So where does the funding come from?
So some of, I guess like for the canopy, it would be coming partially from the grant from the state, the DEP grant.
Yeah.
And then the other money to plant the trees should be coming from the Shade Tree Mission Fund. Is just like
there's a reserve.
It's a reserve what you pay into if you cut down some trees.
That we have not tapped into to put any new trees, and we're ready to put trees in the ground, and the process, as Ken will remind everyone, is a long process. It's not about just going and, putting trees in the ground, so.
Yeah, and like with the town and anything with public government, public funds, like there's procurement, and then there's, the planning. And but I think the town is very eager to see us put trees, start doing it. Start putting trees in the ground. So this is just a piece of it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Just the canopy study will show what the current canopy.
So it's a community management forestry plan, and it's going to basically just give recommendations around the town. I don't believe it's an actual like canopy study, more so it covers a lot of bullet points that we don't have in our current community management forestry. It's such a tongue twister saying it's CMPF. So that report is more good to give us a move forward to get the okay to plant trees.
But it's a 5-year plan. It says, spend so much money this year, that, and here are the areas.
So we can be budgeted for, so they can know that this money is going to come out for these needs in the future. Because
without being so specific as say, plant this white oak in this location.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I just have one question. Has anyone seen on the Asbury Circle all the wildflowers?
Yeah.
So who planted that? Somebody told me once.
It's probably the state.
That would be state, because that's a state bird.
In the,
Okay.
you mean inside the circle?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It looks so good right now, and it was such a great use. They don't have to cut the lawn anymore. They just do the perimeter, and it looks beautiful. It's bringing in all the bees and butterflies. It's just I would love to see more of that too at Joe Playa, like a rain garden, but then another
Wildflower.
a pollinator garden, and it's, there's so much space there that we could
There's
do.
no reason we couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess sometimes it probably comes down to like maintenance. So if there are, I know obviously I'll commit to maintaining, because a rain garden could get super, you have to clean it out. It needs to function properly. So someone needs to be in there. So that's always probably an issue. Oh, you're giving us another job to do. So with these projects with a committed, group of volunteers, I don't see why there would be a problem. So
Maybe even the garden
hopefully-
club could,
Yeah, we
group in
could-
with that.
I wonder how, does it really require a lot of maintenance? It
Not really.
reseeds itself.
Yeah,
So it's a matter of sort of designating and say, don't cut, don't mow
yeah, I
it.
don't
Don't mow
think you cut
here.
it or anything.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you is that I do know, like they were just featured, the Eagle Scouts of like Troop 70 or whatnot were just featured in that community magazine. But I guess the question is did you, I don't know what the best approach would be to approach the Scoutmasters and say, hey, we have this rain garden planned. Is there anybody who wants to help execute it? But I think they would need help with like the actual design and doing all of
Yeah.
that.
I mean, believe it or not, like there's a system to it, and like based on the soil, it's like the percentage of the square footage that you need to account for. And I like made a PowerPoint on it because I was like, so with that crazy rain last week, just came out of nowhere. I was like, I wish our rain garden was installed because we're planning to put one in. So like the research on it isn't hard, and like knowing the flowers that like go in, like we have that as the environmental commission, that we can help the Eagle Scout with that knowledge,
I think we could get,
horticultural knowledge. That's where I come in.
we could get Public Works Department to scoop it out.
Yeah, excavate.
And it's just a matter of the Eagle Scout contacting the person at Rutgers to find out what plants to plant.
Yeah.
And doing the research.
Yeah, and Mary Johnson gave me like a perfect. That's
I
all of
was
us.
there,
That
yeah.
rendering.
Yeah.
I have that on my wall at work.
So I mean, I know the people who are going to actually need to do. I actually suggested another project to somebody that they needed help in the middle school.
Yeah.
These kids wanted to do something environmental, and but there are others I know that are coming up. So
Yeah, I think that would be great.
We've had in the past, sometimes the Scoutmasters approached us and asked, like the placard as you walk into Joe Playa Park by the parking lot was an Eagle Scout project
Oh,
a
okay.
couple of years ago. And so sometimes they ask us, but it wouldn't hurt to reach out saying, hey, we have some ideas if anybody needs it.
Yeah.
So can I just say something real quick? I read an article the other day. Rutgers did a study on the spotted lanternfly and said that bats are eating them. They find that they are notching on them now and that they are an ally. They've done bat houses as Eagle Scout projects.
Yeah.
Why don't you look into that and have them do more?
Yeah, right.
Especially over the meadows and all those
Yes.
places where they
Yes.
are at night.
Speaking of the meadow that came up at the end of the last meeting, next to the library, and it seems like the maintenance isn't being done. And it will no longer be a meadow very, very quickly.
Yeah, I
If they
heard that
don't mow
discussion
nothing
at the
else.
end of that meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, are they aware of that? Is that something that needs to be?
who was that?
Bill
Yeah.
Brooks was here. Yeah, I guess we need to tell Steven.
Not Bill, but Steve Higgins.
Okay.
Bill does trees. not
Yeah.
Steve.
Because two gentlemen mentioned it in the previous meeting, and I don't know if Norm will like loop them in with an email to Steve Higgins, but I'm happy to initiate it so if they're tree experts, they know what they're talking about.
We could rattle Norm's cage, but then if we put, if the AC puts in a memo also,
Yeah,
It's not gonna hurt.
absolutely. The meadow, I hear there's concerns, and it's beautiful. We don't want it. What were they saying? It was just going to get overtaken with gumdrops if they didn't
yeah,
start.
if it doesn't, it'll be relatively quick.
Yeah.
The little trees that are growing there now. Is that what because I noticed that.
You have to mow it, you have to mow it about once a year,
Yeah,
or it won't be a meadow anymore.
yeah, I just saw that. I was like, when did these little trees start growing?
All by their little lonesomes.
And you have to be careful when you mow it, because otherwise there are a lot of birds that live
Yeah.
Nothing is simple.
in it.
No.
All right. Well, I think that was a very productive meeting. We took a lot in. Motion to close this meeting.
So,
Oh,
whatever.
All in favor?
Aye.
Give it-
Thanks.
We can hold it.